why a lot of these celebrities that start these things, they can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
You just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my God, he's so obsessed with us.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
It's a brand new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters.
Dude, school is going to be so awesome today. I had explosive diarrhea all night.
I like big boobs.
Oh, hamburgers.
How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you.
Let's have a bit of a laugh at Harry and Meghan's expense because I've finally caught up with this South Park episode.
It's quite vicious in a way, but quite funny as well.
What matters is what we have on the inside. Hello?
Time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
South Park, it's come to life. That's what we're witnessing in this hospital room right here.
You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is.
South Park has done a parody.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy fuck Kaling.
It has really upset Meghan Markle.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and childbirth.
Okay, and then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
She married for money. It's very clear. She bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
You just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
You'll make yourself cry.
Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's great.
Meghan freaked out over a South Park episode tried to stop it, but her panic only made the roast even bigger, and fans are saying the cartoon hit way too close to home.
Harry and Meghan have got the South Park treatment. The episode has just gone to air in the United States.
These two are not sincere people. They say that they want their privacy.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
These two are not sincere people. They say that they want their privacy while going on every television show, writing books, doing 6 hours of Netflix. They're not very likable and people are tired of them.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with it.
This particular episode was quite scathing in the grains of truth that it held. You know, I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon, but there's so many moments of truth in that episode that makes it so funny.
And then they put out pictures of Lilibet, but it doesn't. You see her half covered. Right. What you always see is Meghan. So it's all about Meghan again.
Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
Meghan and Harry got roasted hard on South Park for begging privacy while chasing fame, and the parody was so brutal, even fans couldn't defend them.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
When was the last time you twerked, Alex? I don't think I've ever twerked in my life. You must have.
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
They say they hate journalists. Harry hates journalists. But to pay PR, who say what you want and who, shape social perception in your favor while also disparaging and lying about others, thereby reaching their privacy. I think the whole, worldwide privacy tour is hysterical.
Couple have been begging for privacy, and South Park has done a parody of this, and apparently it has really upset Meghan Markle.
Your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of the...
South Park went savage, showing Meghan as a fame-hungry caricature flaunting a baby bump, while Harry looked like a clueless sidekick yelling, "Respect our pregnancy," and the wild part. is it felt uncomfortably close to reality, leaving people wondering if this was satire or the truth behind their polished image.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
It is uncomfortable. I don't think, because she's done this before for photos, I don't think that is a real baby bump. I think
Way too big. It's way too big.
and sort of too low as well.
Yeah, it's like a meter out there. I mean, it looks the wrong shape.
Where's she going to give birth there? Through her knees or something? I mean, that is too low.
You mentioned, where's this beloved privacy that they talk about?
Yeah.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
They don't want attention. This is just so attention. This is all about her. It's not about Lily.
South Park mocked Meghan's old pregnancy video, turning her into a desperate spotlight chaser with a collapsing baby bump, and it looked so close to reality that people questioned if the cartoon was any different from her real clip.
Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we?
It's so funny, too, that you keep calling me Megan. You know, it's Megan now.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing, you'll fix it.
People were saying meh. It's not meh. It's pronounced me. The H is silent.
See, I didn't know who H was. At the time, I just loved his Insta feed.
I think Meghan's buying it kosher, and I don't think there's much on the inside. There's talk that the royals are going to sue over this episode now. Would you recommend they do that kosher?
They're putting themselves on the world stage using expensive PR while demanding privacy, while writing books, while being on Oprah that had 50 million viewers. People who want privacy don't do that. You live your life quietly in privacy. So it's such hypocrisy. I think they did a brilliant.
Meghan's team panicked over the South Park parody, calling lawyers and crisis managers to stop it, but the creators refused to back down. And once the episode aired, the internet exploded, turning it into an even bigger humiliation for her.
It's so funny you keep saying Meghan Markle, you know it's Sussex.
It's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree. We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set.
Is this a wrinkle I see in my blouse? Who the fuck ironed this? I told you to iron this shirt 10 times. It looks like you only ironed it 9.
Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it. Critically, With Love Meghan was not a success.
When the episode aired, the internet went wild. TikTok filled with skits, Twitter flooded with memes, Reddit blew up with debates, and YouTube. Reactions hit millions, all mocking Meghan and Harry, and the brutal part was everyone laughed together and insiders whispered her image was not just damaged, it was turning toxic.
What do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise them.
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness.
But they can't make money off the royal family.
Everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. Stop making excuses and start moving snacks from one bag to another.
It is elevating the ordinary little things. And who got the Kroger peanut butter? It's not even organic.
Get ready, because this is where it really blows up Hollywood insiders. Say the South Park fallout was not just embarrassing, it was dangerous for Meghan's career. Big studios started stepping back, projects went on pause, and one exec even said no one wants that circus on their set. Imagine thinking you're building an empire, only for a cartoon to wreck it in half an hour. Her fight to silence the show only made her look worse, turning her into a risk, not a star. And the harsh truth came out when critics pointed to the real message. South Park was sending,
but you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And look, South Park is known for satire and for mocking people. No one is safe. This isn't the first time they've done an episode on the royal family, but this particular episode was quite scathing and the grains of truth that it held. And I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Successful lifestyle brand as ever. We sold out of everything in 45 minutes. Amazing. You've been working so hard. Oh my gosh, I worked so hard. I work very hard and I'm still working very hard. It's just not for the royal family. Yet I still insist on being called Her Royal Highness.
Here's the wild part: the South Park episode was not just jokes. It was a full-on cultural slap that ripped apart Meghan and Harry's whole image. It mocked how they beg for privacy, but still dropped Netflix shows, interviews, and books about their lives. The cartoon pushed it to extremes, but the truth inside made it hit even harder. People were not only laughing, they were agreeing. And suddenly the glossy brand looked fake. When a cartoon feels more real than $1 million PR team, you know it's bad. And just when Meghan thought it was only about her public image, the show dragged her personal quirks too, making the burn even deeper.
The world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard.
You the laugh.
They nailed it. They nailed it.
I think he goes on to say, so you wrote a book talking about your family. Does that not make you a journalist too? And then they kind of stare at each other like dumbfounded.
You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is. South Park has done episodes on the royal family, on the royal wedding of Kate and William, for instance. So it's not something that they would be able to sue about. And I genuinely just don't believe it, really.
You know, why jam, Tom? Why jam? Why jam, you know? Does she want to be, seen as a traditional wife now rather than a grand humanitarian politico? Tom,
I mean, if she does, I mean, good on her.
I'm half winding you up. You must know that. You must.
South Park wasted no time throwing fire at Meghan by showing not just her public contradictions, but also the little quirks that make her look desperate. The cartoon version kept demanding to be called Sussex instead of Markle and acted like every single detail of her life was world news. Even her small habits, like correcting people or dragging attention back to herself, became running jokes. It felt like the writers were holding up a mirror. And the more she tried to control her image, the funnier it looked. Fans turned her obsession into a punchline. They could not stop quoting. And the most savage part came at the end when the show dropped a shocking symbol that made her carefully polished brand crumble right before everyone's eyes.
A lot of people, Meghan Markle was also in the Soho House. They said that she was a girl that was hired to walk VIPs and fill out the red carpets and stuff like that,
They hope to become actresses. They hope to become any type of celebrity, and they will do anything.
And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
They start their way up. They latch on to the first rich guy or famous guy they get that they meet at the Playboy Mansion. This is their exit strategy. I'm going to marry this man. He's going to take care of me the rest of my life.
She used to be on Deal or No
infiltrated?
Deal.
And now,
Yeah, look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a briefcase.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. And did you think it was an executive position, man?
Get this, because South Park pulled off a scene so wild, it blew up online when Meghan's giant baby bump slipped out and smashed. To the ground, it was more than just a joke. It became the perfect picture of her whole image falling apart. And the crazy part is, they did not even have to exaggerate, since people already remembered that real hospital video everyone said looked fake and staged by turning it into a prop that literally collapsed. South Park made the point that her brand feels weak, fake, and ready to break any second. Fans laughed hard, but deep down it hit a nerve, because if a cartoon Meghan seems more real than the actual one, then what does that say about how the world really sees her? And the wildest part is the audience did not think it was mean. They thought it was finally the truth spilling out.
We want privacy! We want privacy! Thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great. So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family. You've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where? Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
Hey, lonely cameraman, come over here and try some fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. We need to make it look like I actually care about my camera crew. Come get some fried chicken. Act like you're having fun. Act like you're having fun.
I want my home to feel welcoming. Do you feel welcome? Does my soundstage welcome you? Mindy and I are such great friends, like besties. Like, I love her. Like, she doesn't know my name, but we're best friends.
By the way, I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke. My Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
This part stung the most because fans didn't see South Park clowning Meghan and Harry as bullying. They saw it as payback that was way overdue after years of shiny PR and soft interviews. The cartoon ripped it all down in just 20 minutes, and instead of anger, people felt relief, like finally, Someone said what they were all thinking. The jokes weren't lies, they were twisted truths. And that is why it hurts so much. Online people called it the exact moment their picture-perfect image crashed into a circus. They could never escape, and when a parody feels more real than the million-dollar empire they built, that damage cannot be undone. The world didn't cry for them. It laughed, and that laughter drowned out every excuse her team tried to push. But the drag didn't stop there, because the internet only made it worse with endless reaction videos and memes that kept the fire growing.
Don't care. Don't care. What the hell? What did you say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman. He can't do that. I'll say, wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage. There's this horrible spy who lives across the street from us, and we're gonna get him back by changing our brand.
Is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Do you think you'll be married forever?
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes,
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the S is so.
Things went downhill fast because once YouTube creators and online voices jumped on the episode, the fallout exploded. Even more reaction videos popped up everywhere, calling it the most savage celebrity roast ever, and people kept replaying Harry yelling, "Respect our pregnancy," like it was a comedy sketch. Others broke down how cartoon Meghan completely overshadowed her real projects and activism. And here is the brutal twist. Even her old defenders went silent because the parody felt too close to the truth to argue with. The more the internet laughed, the deeper her brand sank into meme territory. And once you turn into a meme, you lose all control of your story. But South Park was not done yet. They went deeper, tearing apart her so-called fairy tale and showing it was empty all along.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy
them. I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Keen Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
Wow, I know. Yeah, just have to prove like you have the proof that you're proving that you can prove the proof. It's divine intervention that God brought you to this podcast today. I want some pretzels. Put them in a bag myself. These pretzels are divinely ordered. The pretzels obsessed.
This is where everything collapsed, because South Park did not just joke about Meghan's stunts, they tore apart the whole fairy tale. She wanted people to believe her hospital video that was supposed to make her look bold and iconic ended up as the backbone of one of the harshest parodies ever. Her cartoon self came across as a desperate fame. Chaser and worse people thought the animated version seemed more real than the actual her, and that question stung. What does it mean when a parody feels more authentic than reality? The episode showed the world. Her story was not a fairy tale, but a setup for endless mockery. And just when she thought she could spin the damage, it flipped her Hollywood dream into a cultural nightmare, leaving her cornered with nowhere to run.
Meghan Markle has been accused of being a former yacht girl. They're also claiming that she could have spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before meeting Prince Harry. Meghan was invited to join a yacht week in Croatia in 2016. There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
Meghan did claim that before dating Harry, she never Googled him, and she said she didn't know much about the royal family.
I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
These two never stop going on global media to trash the royal family and the monarchy, and each time they do it, they chip away at the mystique and the magic and the popularity, and that's why I despise them for what they're doing.
Everything came crashing harder than anyone expected, because South Park did not just poke fun at Meghan and Harry, they tore apart the very brand they had worked years to build. Every contradiction, every staged act, every emotional cry for privacy, while chasing fame, was twisted into comedy that spread like wildfire. Once the internet got hold of it, the memes were endless and there was no way to stop them. Meghan may have begged and demanded the episode be pulled, but the more she tried to silence it, the more unstoppable it became. What she thought thought would be a powerful legacy piece ended up exposing her as a running joke. And instead of admiration, Hollywood insiders started whispering that she was too risky, too unstable, and too toxic to work with. South Park showed the world that her carefully polished fairy tale was already crumbling, and that cartoon version of her felt more real than the person she tries to sell to the public. And that is where the damage cuts the deepest, because when a parody feels more believable than reality, you lose control forever. So the real question people are asking now is not whether South Park went too far, but whether Meghan finally got hit with the reality check she had been avoiding all along.